Happy Monday, everyone. So today the topic is self-healing and the power of observation. So yesterday I was having this great conversation at one of my gigs, and a young man, he was coming into like knowledge of self and learning to look at himself. And he's like, do you know, he said, you aren't who you think you are, because you are a combination of everything: your parents, what they've told you, the media, everything. So you've been essentially whipped into this thing, and then you think that's you, but you are everything before that even happened. You are beyond that space. And when he said that, and I've read that before, and I understand it, and I explored it from a spiritual perspective, and I know what that feels like. But when we're in this human experience, it's so easy to forget that. And the question that someone asked me a few weeks ago is to do a video about self-healing. Well, self-healing is really, to me, remembering who you are before all of these things, your true essence, and giving that essence space to be. Even when I am working, doing energetic work with someone as a healer, the saying is that a healer doesn't actually heal anyone, the person does. We give space, for people to heal. But that is because we are working to give this space room, or this person room, to allow their true essence to come in. Okay? We're holding this space. And that's what you'll hear this word a lot: holding space. You're holding space for someone's true essence to come in. Not all of the things that they've been whipped in, that's been whipped into them through the human experience. So recently, I had a personal experience, a real basic human experience that maybe one day I'll share more in depth, but now I keep it this way because I'm still experiencing it. Where I realized that this was happening because of a past pain, a past wound, something that I have worked to heal, but hadn't completely healed. But the reason why I knew I was on my way is because this time, as this thing came up, meaning it's almost like a wound that hasn't healed yet because I haven't cleared out all the debris. Just like physically, if you want to know how to heal a wound physically, take out all the debris. Make sure there isn't any bacteria or anything that's impeding the process, and then things will heal, right? Well, it's the same thing. You have to take out the thoughts. You have to take out the junk. You have to take out all the things that have been whipped into you in your human experience to allow your true essence to shine through that wound. All right? So what I started doing, and this comes from the power of observation and me learning to meditate, I started to observe the situation. So I knew intuitively, something's a little off about this, and I knew it from the very beginning. But my human self was enjoying the experience of humanity, the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, all those different things. That's what we're here for. We're in it. But there's also a part of me that knew, you know what? Take a step back and observe. And so that's what I started to do. I started to journal. I started to take field notes of my human experience like I was an anthropologist and I was my study. And the people involved were my study. And I was studying them, and I started to see the patterns and noticed certain things. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was getting to the root cause of it. Another thing I did is I used my precious days. I have a special day off that I have every week, and I have other days off, but this particular day off is the day that I do nothing. I don't let anyone get in the way with it. You could die, anyone can die. I really do not care. I don't care what happens. That day is my day. Some people might say that's selfish, and they can say that. I don't care. That's my day. And I let everyone know that. It does not matter what's going on in your life. This is my day. Okay? And that day I will stay in the bed sometimes. I will do nothing. I might make it to the kitchen. I might come back. I'll make it to the bathroom and come back. There are days where maybe I make it all about just cleaning. I don't even eat much on those days. Those days are days for observation. And a lot of times I'll just lay in the bed, figure out which position I like the most, diagonal, just roll around. That's what I do. But on those days, that's a day where if I'm doing something like I was doing, observing and finding out what was happening, I was able to observe things so clearly and see things from a larger perspective. So that's something that I encourage everyone to do. Create a space like that for in your life. Maybe it's not a whole day like how I do it. Maybe it's just a few hours, but some space that you guarantee yourself that if you need to figure something out, if you need to find a space to just be, just completely be, that you have it. And that's what that space is for. With me having that, I was able to work on what I needed to heal and see the root cause of why this wound wasn't healing and why I was still experiencing the pain of that wound or the repercussions of that wound. So that's what happened, people. So in self-healing, it's all about observation. You gain skills to observe through things like meditation, yoga, what else? Anything that you're really taking notes. One thing I love to do, you can look at an apple, look at something and just observe every aspect of it. Learning how to step back and look at something, looking at the big picture, and then applying that to yourself, you can begin to see who you are and then what the essence of you, what the essence of you is. And when you can find that, you can allow that essence, the truth of who you are, not what you've been whipped into, shine through and really, really, really be as it is. Once that's happening, that's where healing begins, right? Once you clear out all the junk, that's what healing is. And that's what a healer does. Helps the person clear out junk so that their true essence can go to work and be and close and heal that wound. So I hope that gives you an idea about self-healing and what it really is all about. I mean, I can tell you things like feel energy in your hands and do this and do that, but it means nothing if you don't understand what's really happening and why you can even heal. Like, where is that mechanism? And it's really just allowing you to be you and clearing the wound. All right? And that happens by being the observer. If you can be the observer, you can begin to know that there's a wound present. Some people can't even see that because they're so caught up in the human experience. So you have to be able to step out to see the larger picture. All right. Have a happy, happy Monday. Heal. Have a great time. Enjoy your life. And I will see you next week. If you have any ideas or things you want me to talk about, please let me know in the comments. Shoot me an email. There's always a way to let me know. Okay. Bye-bye.